Hello, hello, hello. Testing 1, 2, 3. This is not a test. Yes, it's your boy Kai, aka Mr. Getting It Done. And hello to all of you out there at Flex Magazine Online. We're here at Bev Francis Steve Weinberg's Powerhouse Gym, and I am training arms. Yes, okay. This off season I did some things a little differently, and this was a special off season for me because this was the first time that I really took the opportunity to really take some time off. Just back away from some things and just allow myself to heal my joints and everything. So today's probably my third official training day back in the gym, and boy am I excited. Yeah, this time around when I say my off season was different, or at least I approached my off season differently, when I say that I mean that I did not allow my weight to get too far out of control. My coach George Farrer has been very adamant about me trying to maintain a certain level of conditioning even in the off season. So I had to be a little bit sharper with my discipline and restrain myself a little bit more, whereas in the past I might have taken in the extra calories with the belief that I could get away with it. So I'm excited to see what the end result will be. This off season my dieting strategy was a lot different than it had been in the past. I didn't do any cheeseburgers, believe it or not. And though I tried to be very conscious about my protein intake, I was also more conscious of just not taking in more extra calories than necessary. I think that was the biggest difference with this off season. I've maintained a very close walk with being disciplined with respect to my caloric intake, more so this off season than I think ever before. So as a result, I didn't see my body weight get over 287 pounds. Oh, well, right now I'm still very excited about the amino-decanate, or I guess I should say my favorite off-season muscle meds stack would have to still be my my amino-decanate. I'm still very, very excited about that. I take it before and after my training. My carnivore I'm taking at least once a day. Though in my off season this year, at least for the last 2 months, I kind of tried to pull back on everything, just to give myself an opportunity to clean out and let my my organs not be so stressed with processing the massive amounts of protein required to get bigger. At this point in my career, I'm trying to hone things and polish them up a little bit better, so I can hopefully present them a little bit better on stage at the most coveted title that will be competing in the Olympia 2012. Today, my training session was largely about training my arms. This is a very interesting time in my training and my career. On the one hand, there are things that you've been able to accomplish earlier on, and some were really, really bright, shining moments, and other things probably not so, but all of them were still a learning tool. Even now, I say this while doing my training session today, working and walking in a place that is, in your own thoughts, focused on doing your own thing, trying to check in with yourself and your body, feeling for information, trying to process feedback effectively and make good decisions as you're out there on the gym floor training. As I said, this is my third day back in the gym. As I start to prepare my machine to get to a place where I can start getting ready for the Olympia. So this preconditioning work is I feel very important. So we're not trying to break records today. What we are trying to do, though, is be in touch with my machine and get some really good things happening beneath the surface. So tricep push downs with tricep extensions. I kept the rep range very, very high, anywhere from 20 and 15. From there we move right into a movement for my biceps, which would have been probably a standing barbell curl. You know, I'm almost doing something that someone would probably call a giant set or a compound set, in the way of doing a tricep push down followed by a tricep reverse extension, and then a superset, because right behind that I'm going into standing barbell curls. At this point in this training session, I'm kind of pulling from a lot of different training strategies or philosophies, while just working on trying to feel my muscles contract and pump blood into them, and, you know, kind of just take notice of my machine. From there I went into, let's see, we did incline dumbbell extensions with a single preacher dumbbell curls with skull crushers. I did about 3 sets. From there, walked right into a movement for my bicep, a movement for my tricep, a movement for my bicep, a movement for my tricep. This becomes what's called a superset. So at the same time of training my muscles, I'm also working on conditioning, and because I'm not trying to move a tremendous amount of weight, I'm trying to be mindful of the numbers, the rep range, and in a sense creating more volume. So I did a lot more exercises than I probably would if I were going a little bit heavier and taking a little bit more rest time in between sets. Probably did about 5 different movements for triceps today, and a lot of that, you know, I want to caution the people at home not to think that this is what I do every time I train arms, but today I thought this was very fitting in an effort to, again, prime my machine and get ready for the things that I would like to do while I'm addressing my training going forward. And I want to encourage the athletes out there that are looking for inspiration, that are looking for information, and the enthusiasts at home. Okay, if Kai Greene is doing this, well, why is he doing it? Please be aware that I'm not saying that you need to do these movements just like I'm doing it, the way that I'm saying that I do them. I'm trying to encourage you to be aware of the reasons why I'm doing it like this. Today is again my 3rd day back in the gym, as I begin to prime my machine, as I'm getting ready to, you know, get my preconditioning together. And at this time, this is what I need to do to, you know, work around my joints, you know, bring my system online, and start getting ready for the things that I will be doing as we go forward. So train my bicep, the lower portion of my bicep with the incline dumbbell curls. Again, not breaking any records, you know. In fact, probably if I stop to think about it, looking back on it, you know, to see, you know, this massive guy, or this guy known for being massive, to see him curling like 30 or 40 pound dumbbells, you might think, oh my God, I could do that. That's nothing. But in truth, what I want to encourage you to think about, if you should try this, is to imagine with each attempt to move the weight or the resistance, imagine being able to contract, or to use your mind to command the muscles to contract as intensely as if you were standing in the mirror posing. And essentially that's really what I'm trying to do underneath my sweatshirt. And you can't see it because I have a sweatshirt on. But each and every time that the athlete that you're witnessing at this level is training, at some point he has to learn and master his ability to contract the muscles against the resistance. But the amount of resistance is not the primary focus. The primary focus is the connection with the muscle and the ability to contract it. So I'm looking for intense muscle contraction, and it just so happens that I'm able to adjust the level of intensity by adding weight or subtracting weight. But again, the focus isn't the weight. The focus is my contraction. So I put this out there for the people that will grasp it, the people that will, think that there's a little bit more information behind the scenes. But that's really what it is. So we went on from there into a number of other exercises. And again, I'm being led by, the feel of the muscle, the pump, the contraction, and the ability to try to get these things done in a minimal amount of time. So, like I said, I'm giant setting, I'm super setting, and at some point I'm compound setting, just trying to stay conscious of the muscle and let my muscles work. Make my muscles work, not let them work, but make them work. So, yeah. Oh. Okay. Hopefully I didn't ramble on too long. Just wanted to take this minute to try to encourage and inspire those people out there that are willing to grasp what I'm trying to convey. Sometimes, we can take for granted when we see like someone that's really respected, or someone that's developed a name for themselves, or even a star, at what they do. We can take for granted that we know exactly what's going on just because we saw it on a video, or just because we saw it in a newspaper, or just because we saw it through media. But, a lot of times there is just so much more information that goes on behind the scenes that we really aren't privy to know. And sometimes, in order for us to really find out, it behooves us to kind of be willing to get in the trenches and ask of ourselves the same thing, So I encourage you that if there is something that you saw me do today that you didn't understand, or you think doesn't make sense, or you think is stupid, I encourage you to try it. Go and explore, ask questions, but don't just rely on someone else to give you the answers. Get in there, climb into the trenches, do it, troubleshoot. And a lot of times you'll find that the power of that experience is actually in the doing, not just in standing on the sidelines looking. I encourage you to do it. And maybe your thing isn't training arms today. Maybe your thing is probably going to take a test. Maybe it's probably about, writing that novel, or going out and cleaning the garage. But whatever it is that, is your obstacle, or that thing that, will command more of your effort and attention, to get it done, I encourage you to develop the strength to do it, to get it done, And that's going to be me, your boy, Kai, a.k.a. Mr. Getting It Done, out here in Syosset, New Jersey. I'm sorry, Syosset. Yo, we're going to have to edit that one. Your boy. All right, we got to take that one again. Okay, cut. All right, here we go. Start again. And on that note, it's me, your boy, signing off, Kai, a.k.a. Mr. Getting It Done, here in Syosset, Long Island. I just want to say thank you to Steve Weinberger and Beth Francis out here at Powerhouse Gym. Give a shout out to George Farah, my family at Muscle Meds, Gerard Dente, Mr. Adam, a.k.a. Boy Wonder, and I want to thank Flex Magazine, last and not least, for giving me the opportunity to use my voice. So, until next time, enjoy, and let's keep encouraging each other. Peace.